Welcome to Papa Z's Bees. It's been a while since we've done much. We've had some pretty bad weather, some really high heat. A week ago, this past Saturday, early Sunday, we had 100-mile-an-hour winds come through northeast Oklahoma. So a lot of damage was done. We were lucky we only lost part of our fence, but we did have some damage, some tree damage, but there was lots and lots of 100-year-old trees that were pulled down because of this weather, this extremely high wind, almost like a hurricane. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go spend a little bit of time at each of the hives and just kind of see what's going on, and we'll go from there. Okay, we'll start with the kitchen hive. Give them a little bit of smoke here to kind of let them know we're coming. They're out really foraging, really have been foraging. This is if you've been watching, this is the hive in which we pulled the honey from several weeks ago. Lots of propolis. And the bees are still up in there working, which is good. Oh, this is heavy, so it's got some honey in it. Oh, goodness gracious. Just going to look a little bit and see if I can see any capped honey. Yeah, there's some capped honey in there. I'm not going to take it apart. It's kind of hard to get in there, but you can see there's honey down here in this comb, burr comb, or it's basically this comb that they build when they have nothing else to build from. Yeah, there's lots of capped honey up in here, and this is their store box, or the one where they will. We don't ever harvest any of the honey out of this box because this is for them to use over the winter. Wow! Oh man, that's heavy too. Are you back on? Where'd you ever go off? You see lots of bees up here. Lots and lots of bees. They're never really happy with you when you get into them. When they're busy. Lots of honey in there. This will be one of the outside ones, which they'll keep putting honey in it, so that's good. They're going to have plenty of stores over the winter. Now we'll start looking. Now we're getting into bees. They're much lighter. Got a decent brood pattern here. Some kind of wonky comb. When I first looked at it, I thought maybe it was problems with a queen cell or queen, but they're not even queen cup. So But yeah, nice brood pattern there. Honey on the outside. You can come a little closer if you want. They're actually pretty tame today. Oh yeah, really nice brood pattern there. Lots of pollen in between there and some capped honey. Let's see if I could see the queen, but I am not seeing her, so. Yeah, these are a lot more calm than the last time we were in them. So part of that I think was due to we were probably without a queen, and they made their own queen from. So they'll run down inside again because the smoke kind of tells them they need to go in. What they'll do is they'll gorge on honey. They'll fill their bodies up with honey to take in case they need to leave. Lots of honey in here, so kind of a little frustrated. It should be more comb or more brood, but there's some larvae in there, some nice larvae. I don't know if you can see the larvae in here, but it's right down in here. So, and some pollen coming in. So, all right. Well, I think for this hive we're in good shape. I'm going to put it all back together. Or try to keep this comb if we can, because it's nice to wax to use for whatever we need to do around the house with beeswax. Okay, now we'll try to put it back together. Oh, that's heavy. Goodness gracious. It's pretty good for that. So now we'll move on over to the kitchen hive. Okay, corner hive looked good. We're going to now work on the kitchen hive here a little bit. So let's do the normal. We'll smoke them a little bit, let them know we're coming. One of the things that we did when we put this one together, because of the new queen, I didn't know how they were going to be as far as queen excluder. So we've got a queen excluder down here. And now I'm feeling pretty good about what we have. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull the queen excluder off, give him a little more access to the hive. It's a nice little tool. I'll put a link in from where it came from. Yeah, this is not nearly as heavy as the Flow Super was back in the corner. That's disappointing. That's pretty heavy, so that's good. See the burr comb on the bottom of the frames up to the top of these frames cause a problem. They stick together, and so kind of rake them apart. That's one reason why you want to get burr comb off if you can. Now this was a frame that we didn't have much in it last time, and it still doesn't. So they're struggling, I think, a little bit. Yeah, this is all honey. And it may be, because again, they had trouble getting it up into the flow super. So we're gonna, hopefully we'll give them all sorts of honey in there. So this is not good based on what we're seeing. Yeah, it's all honey. Yeah. That's, I don't think we have a queen here. I haven't seen any brood, any, yeah, it's nothing but honey. So, that's not good. Okay, so what we're going to try to do now is try to find either a queen in here or some very young larvae. That's what these nukes are for. Resource nuke, and these are 5-frame nukes here that are resource nukes. In other words, what we'll do is do just this when we need a frame of brood or a queen or whatever. We'll come and see what we can find in here. You see, there's just building that up a little bit. Nice build though. Yeah, there's lots of, holy moly, there's lots of honey in this. So they're doing good. In theory, this will all be honey up here, and then down below we'll have brood. More honey. And you can see capped honey over there. So now we'll try to find the brood. Yeah, there's brood up here in the top, and it's more than likely going to be this brood right here. That's more than likely drone brood. Lots of honey there. Goodness gracious, that's heavy. There's a little bitty larvae in there. That's a perfect frame to take over there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that frame over there. Okay, so we've got a good frame right here. It's got some honey on it, but the main thing is it's got some really young larvae. So that's what we're going to go put over in the hive that has no queen. So what we'll do is we'll go over here on the area that they normally keep as brood, which is on this side. It's got a lot of honey in it, so we'll take that back over there. And then we'll take this frame that has really young larvae on it. Okay, now we'll take this frame. Okay, so we'll put this frame back in, and all it is just a frame. It's not anything on it. Okay, that's it.
What do we do now? Well, we just wait. To kind of give you a little more information about what happened there when we didn't find a queen or even evidence of a queen in the kitchen hive, we had several alternatives. One would be to order a new queen, which I didn't want to do. We originally built the resource nukes just for this purpose. If we needed a new queen, if we needed a frame of brood or a frame of honey, we could pull it from the resource nuke and put it in the hive that was needed. In this case, we were going to pull from the resource nuke. So we had two alternatives there too. We could search through and find the queen from that resource nuke and put it in the kitchen hive, or we could take a frame with very, very young, like 1 day old larvae, and put that in there and let those bees build a queen. The problem that we had, the decision process was, there is a very small chance that there was still an active queen in that kitchen hive. So rather than just possibly wasting a queen by having them kill her, I felt like it was easier to do is find that very young larvae frame and put it in the kitchen hive and let the kitchen hive make their own queen. And so that's what we did. And we were very, very lucky in that we found several very tiny, just like I say, 1 day old larvae that were in there. And the bees can make a new queen, can turn that into a queen cell on a larvae that young, and she can be very productive. We've actually had a couple of queens already this year that we've done that with, and so it's worked very well. So that's the way we planned on doing it. By the way, we didn't get a chance to look at the horizontal hive on this date. We just had too much other things to do, and it was getting late in the day, and so we just decided to wait and do that on another day, which we'll do in the next few days. So anyway, thanks for listening. We really appreciate you. If you have any questions about why we did what we did, please feel free to contact us, put comments on this video, and we'll do our very best to answer them. If you would, please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the little bell there. That'll tell you that we've got a video coming and remind you so you can view it. And then also hit the like button. So come back and we'll do some more. Thanks.